I said to Mark Aronson when he called and told me I'd won this award, "Thank you." I said to all of you who congratulated me, "Thank you." I say to those who wrote such kind, flattering essays that convinced the committee to give me this award. As I was saying thank you for the nth time, I noticed how good saying that felt and how I enjoyed expressing sincere gratitude to each person. If you've ever done a gratitude practice, where let's say you write down 5 things you were grateful for that day, you might begin to understand how that felt. The second thing Mark told me was, "You have to give a speech." To which I replied, "I know." Many of you have asked, "How's the speech going?" And truthfully, I struggled. Of all the many things I cared about, what should I talk about? Then I said thank you to the N plus first person, and I knew. It's my little math joke. I needed to thank publicly some of the people who made me the teacher that I am today. But being a teacher, I didn't think it was appropriate to just give an Academy Award type speech. There would have to be a lesson in it for you. And if there's one thing I've learned about teaching in the past 37 years, is that there's very little learning going on if I just talk a lot. So by the end of my talk, teachers will be able to thank someone who is here and plan how to thank someone who isn't here. So in order to keep my speech shorter, I've chosen representatives from teaching communities I've been part of. Each of these communities has enriched my understanding of what it means to become a better teacher. Each has supported me as I tried new strategies. Each has shared their successes and failures with me. In recent years, I have had the privilege to be part of 2 communities that focus on helping students who are, what I like to say, on the edges here, the ELL department and the Springboard program. In both, we focus not just on our teaching, but on the individual story of each student, trying to generate strategies for working with them that will utilize that knowledge. So now it's time for some direct instruction. How do you thank someone who is here with you? You need to look that person in the eye, maybe even hold their hand if that feels right for you, and they're comfortable with it. And open your heart to know what they have done for you. Then you say to them, "Thank you. Thank you for helping me to be a better teacher." Then, as they tell us in all those recommendations we write, give a particular example or reason. Okay? So I'm going to model this for you. And a little bit, I'm going to give you a chance to practice. So I'm going to ask my gratitude recipients to come forward. Okay, Chris. So the 3 people I asked to come up, someone's got to poke another friend there. While they're coming forward, I'm going to ask everyone else, you just need to choose an elbow partner for when it's time for you to practice. So I'll give you a little time picking up, just touch, okay? You're up, because I don't have to do it correct. I'll give you a hug. I'll slap you a hug. Is it going to reach?
Go over the top.
Okay, I'm not making this person stand up. Some of you have met her. My mom is here. Thank you for helping me to be a better teacher. Thank you for loving me my whole life. But most of all, when I was a difficult, challenging high school student who struggled emotionally and acted out in ways that could have not felt good to be on the other side of. Just saying. You and Dad were both teachers, and you helped me to see teaching as an honorable profession that makes a difference in the lives of young people. Thank you. Joellen and Esme are two colleagues were at North when I got here. And I want to thank both of you for helping me to be a better teacher. Joellen is the person who brought me to Newton North. And she was one of the people, I think Esme did this too, kept track of my materials. I would create great materials, and I wouldn't have to unearth them the next year because they would have saved copies and take them out for me. And I want to thank you both for showing me how important it is to see each kid, and Miss Green for teaching me how to be eloquent, or a little more eloquent than I am. Thank you both so much. Chris, thank you for helping me be a better teacher. Thank you for welcoming me into the ELL department and letting me watch you teach and interact with our students. Thank you for the many ways that you helped me to understand the job we were tasked with doing. Help these students acclimate to a life in a new country, often with parents they hadn't seen in years, sometimes after very irregular previous schooling, and teach them a subject area in which they were required to pass a state test in order to earn a high school diploma. This is why retail can never show us what great ELL teaching looks like, because you can't make a PowerPoint that shows the hearts of the wonderful colleagues I have in ELL. Pat. So not everybody knows Pat Fellow, and that's a shame, because you're going to hear about what's amazing about her. Thank you for helping me be a better teacher. Thank you for welcoming me into the Springboard program and letting me watch as you worked harder than anyone else I have ever seen in education to help kids who are struggling just to be in school and do what they need to do. Your dedication to finding ways to help each student inspired me to do better work by learning more about the emotional and mental health challenges our students face. You have pushed me to open my heart to our students and their families and bring all the compassion I can to all of our interactions. Okay, so now it's your turn. So I'm going to remind you what we said we're going to do. I'm not going to grade you on it, though. So I'm going to ask you to turn to your elbow partner. You're going to look them in the eye and say, thank you for helping me to be a better teacher, and give them one specific reason. So keep it brief but heartfelt, and then switch, and the other partner does it.